recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios Brisbane on 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Z Games.
With 10 years experience and over 500 episodes,
Z Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture.
Want to reach out? Message us on Facebook at ZEDGamesAU.
Hello! It's me, I'm back.
Before we start, I've got hot Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake news.
What, yeah?
You can now play it offline on the Steam Deck. But not on PC. They made an update just for Steam Deck to be played offline. Anyway.
Oh my god, I love that.
That's so weird.
But
Hot
before we
stop.
just
Now it's showtime.
They don't know who we are. This is Z Games. I'm Rani. I am making my return. Over here, you can't see, but on my right. Hello.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Caroline.
Yay, Caroline.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I'm also Caroline.
Oh, hello, also Caroline.
I thought I'd try it on for size.
Yeah, how's that fitting for you?
Oh, pretty well. I'm quite adaptable, honestly.
Okay, would you like me to refer to you as also Caroline?
No, let's go. It's Caroline, but Paul for short.
Oh, okay, Paul for short. Hello, Paul. Tonight on Z Games, I did something fun. It's pre-recorded. It's an interview with
very exciting.
The director, co-director, and one of the producers for the film Scarygirl. And I'll get to you because you're thinking it's Z Games. We talk about games, but every so often we talk about a film because it's related to a game. And yes, there is a Scarygirl game. So I had a chat
to
the team. Ooh. There are. There's a lot to Scarygirl actually. But the film was animated here in Brisbane, so that's why I was like, yeah, let's have a chat. Let's really get into this. Paul's gonna give us a review, probably.
We'll see how we feel.
And we also have the news and more music
every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because I've mentioned the news, let's go.
Segue.
Let's go to the news.
The most natural of segues.
This week in gaming news.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Photon. It's over now.
It's been in the works for a while, but Microsoft has finalized its deal to acquire Blizzard Activision for a whopping $68.7 billion. It has taken 20 months of duking it out with regulators, restructuring the deal to appeal to the Competition and Markets Authority in the UK, and defeating the Federal Trade Commission in the US Federal Court. But now, it's finally done. We love gaming. We play games, create games, and know firsthand how much gaming means to all of us as individuals and collectively as a community. And today, we officially welcome Activision Blizzard and their teams to Xbox, says Phil Spencer, Xbox chief. As one team, we'll learn, innovate, and continue to deliver on our promise to bring the joy and community of gaming to more people. And just so you know, Activision or Blizzard games will not be coming to Game Pass this year. 30 million sales! Minecraft has officially become the first video game to hit 300 million sales. To put that in perspective, Minecraft's biggest rival in sales is Grand Theft Auto 5, which has sold over 185 million copies. Tetris doesn't count as it's considered a series. It is suspected that a good portion of these sales might be from people purchasing multiple copies. Minecraft has been available since 2009 in its pre-release version before being officially launched in November 2011, and it still has a grip on the gaming community to this day. Congratulations! Epic gains Bandcamp, employees lose. Epic Games acquired Bandcamp a year ago, a platform that co-founder Ethan Diamond hoped would bring the power of healing to everyone through music. Well, Epic Games sold it to Songtradr, and following it, roughly half of its staff laid off. Songtradr, the music licensing company, states, "The operating costs of Bandcamp have significantly increased. It required some adjustments to ensure a sustainable and healthy company that can serve its community of artists and fans." 50% of Bandcamp employees have accepted offers to join Songtradr, with the remaining 120 employees being laid off with 6 months severance while negotiations with Bandcamp's union continue. Pokemon Van Gogh cards gone. The Pokemon and Van Gogh collaboration event, which involved giving a special promo card, Pikachu with grey felt hat, to customers who bought any item at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, has been ruined by scalpers, because scalpers ruin everything. Now, collectors will have to spend a minimum of $30 on Pokemon trading card game products to receive one of the cards. So stop looking at that online listing that's going for $500. And now for some upcoming games. October 20 brings Marvel's Spider-Man 2 for the PS5 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder for the Switch. October 23rd brings Just Dance 2024 edition for the PS5, Xbox Series X and Switch, 3 minutes to 8 for the PC. October 24th brings City Skylines 2 for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, Dark Envoy for the PC, The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria for the PC and PS5, and Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and Switch. That's it this week in gaming news.
Thank you very much, Zara, for that news. The news that I'm pretty sure the only news that I actually saw and like kept track of was the Activision Blizzard stuff. Which
I mean,
just
what
is
part
like,
do you keep track of?
I didn't really keep track of it. It was just more that I was like, I remember that
It's
being
happening.
a thing. Yeah.
It's ongoing. It's done now.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. And scalpers ruining everything is
Yeah.
not
They
new
always do.
either.
Especially
Well,
Pokemon
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit. I can't talk.
You know,
tonight.
here's my hot tip. Don't care about Pokemon.
Well, I don't have a choice
I
because
think-
my brain fixates on it. Shall I
Yeah.
talk
It's
about the latest?
It's probably better than
Pokemon
what my
card
brain
release?
fixates on, so you better. What's in your latest Pokemon
They
stuff?
did a special release, special collection of the first 151 Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I know that the kids are back into Pokemon cards, and I have a few friends who are teachers who have already informed me that Pokemon cards are banned at school again. And I was like, yes, good. The
Nature
circle
is
of life.
healing.
Yeah, pretty much. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Paul?
Oh well. I mean, well.
I can't see your eyes.
they're darting away. No. Bandcamp has been. I was actually really excited back when Epic bought Bandcamp because the actual plan that was stated at the time was that they were basically leaving Bandcamp mostly alone, except they were going to be integrating it into the Unreal toolset for licensing. So basically, you could license songs through Bandcamp just by
that
adding
would
it
be
in
really
there. It's like-
cool.
yeah, so it was like this could actually help and make some, because music licensing is a monster, and Bandcamp is also the main place I get music from. It pays most to. It's very straightforward and transparent. And game music, a lot of it is published there.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of the stuff that I bring to the show is from. So
I have on occasion, because occasionally Bandcamp will do that thing where it does 100%
yeah,
of the
Bandcamp
sales
Fridays,
to it.
yeah.
And so like honestly, sometimes I just wait out for that and then I just go on like a Bandcamp spending spree. But I do love that because a lot of the times when I'm looking for music for the show specifically, I'll just be like seeing what's available through Steam. I'll be like, oh, I can buy your whole soundtrack as downloadable content from Steam, and I'll do it that way, which is not ideal. I don't really like that.
I don't mind through Steam. The problem being you can't preview it.
No.
So since I'm often finding games via the music first, it's like, well, if I don't know what it sounds like, I'm not buying the game.
Yeah.
It would be really cool to be able to do it on Bandcamp, because I believe also on Bandcamp you can set the pay what you want.
Yes.
And so you could give the musicians or the devs more money if you were able to. And I honestly would be doing
I've
that.
done that sometimes. And it was a nice thing down PAX this year. At least one developer, they'd made an EP for their demo.
Oh,
and they just had a QR code. So while I was waiting to chat to them, I was just, that's great. Oh, this is actually really funky. And I sent them $5 and we'll
On
be playing that at some point.
Caroline, you've gotten into like vinyl and like gaming soundtracks on
Yes.
vinyl. I'm so sorry
yes,
I got you into vinyl.
you started me with the vinyl, but I'm like specifically into the gaming.
They're pretty. They're worth it.
I was just checking the tracking on my Hollow Knight vinyls that are in the country right now, but hopefully making their way towards me
Okay,
soon.
so there is
so
one thing to
sorry.
clarify before this.
Hi.
Do you have a record player?
Not yet.
Not yet. This is the problem is being rectified. It's fine. It will be sorted in about a month.
Don't worry, I have a few vinyls that I don't have to play. For a while, I had a gramophone record collection. Do not know why. It was just given to me, and I kept it for years.
You're listening to Z Games on 4ZZZ. I'm Rani. In studio with me is Caroline, and also Caroline, but for short, it's Paul.
Thank you.
The Caroline formerly known as Paul.
Yes, the Caroline formerly known as Paul. Now we're going to... I had to pre-record the next segment. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get to have fun guests in the studio with us right now, but there are fun guests in the studio with me from a couple of... Well, I'm actually not going to tell you when we did that. But let's get into it. Scarygirl interview. So Scarygirl is a movie that's coming out next week, and it was animated in Brisbane, but we will tell you more about that in a moment. I'm here with Ricard, Cussó, and the director for Scarygirl, Tania, Vincent, the co-director for Scarygirl, and Ryan Greaves, one of the producers for Scarygirl. Scarygirl is a film that is coming out in about a week or so now, and it's actually been quite a franchise. It started as and now correct me if I'm wrong, but it started as a graphic novel. And it also was a video game, which is why we're talking about it. It wasn't just a stock standard video game. It was a scrolling platformer. It was also like a downloadable title for the PSP, which is really cool. We love that. But I'm going to throw it over to you guys to tell me more about Scarygirl, because it's been animated in Brisbane, which is great. We love that. We love to see it. So say hi, talk about it.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Oh, thank you for coming.
You want to take it away?
Yeah, thank you for it's so nice. I was going to say, it's so nice to do stuff in Brisbane. This is so lovely because we made it here. It's so nice. So thank you for asking us on.
Oh, no, thank you for coming. We love chatting to anybody that's creating anything in Brisbane, because sometimes it feels like outside of Brisbane. Sometimes it feels like it's so much Sydney or Melbourne. So to have you guys is amazing.
Ricard, do you want to start?
Yeah, of course. Well, to be honest, the first thing that was ever created for Scarygirl was a toy line.
That's right.
It was now it's such a collectible. They're go for so much money. Yeah, so that's the first thing. And Scarygirl was it's the brainchild of Nathan Juravicius. He is an Adelaide artist. He's traveled around the world. He's done stuff for IKEA. He keeps doing stuff for Japan and toys, and he's got an incredible mind, and he's got such a distinct art style that what everyone gets really drawn into the stuff he does. And one of the things that he's created was Scarygirl. And I think that was back maybe 15 years ago. So yeah, as you said, it was a vinyl toy, and then they did a graphic novel, then a video game, then it was a VR experience. But I think their goal was always to be a feature film. It was definitely a property built for a film, to be in the silver screen. And 2 years ago, we kind of got involved. Nathan always works with a incredible producer called Sophie Byrne, and she runs Highly Spirited. They're based in Melbourne, and they approached a Brisbane company called Photon Creative, run by Nadine Bates and Kristen Souvelis. And those two teams together managed to finance the whole film and get the thing going. And that's where we came in, myself as a director, and Tanya as a co-director, and Ryan as one of the leading producers on that. It's been an incredible journey. It's been 2 years in the making. It's getting released in Australian cinemas on the 26th of October, and it's very, very exciting.
That's exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about the main premise of Scarygirl?
Tania?
Oh, well, the way I like to sum up Scarygirl is it is Blade Runner meets Coraline. It's kind of like a story about this young girl who she has a tentacle for an arm, an eye patch, and she's just a really unique character. And she lives on this peninsula in the middle of nowhere. And she really feels like she wants to go out into the world and use her scientific skills, her building skills. She loves machines, and she feels like she can use those skills to make the world a better place. Her father is this giant magical octopus who can revive plants. And for him, he sees their place in the world on their peninsula, and that's where they need to stay because they need to be safe. Archie kind of inadvertently causes a little bit of a disaster that forces Blister to get captured by people from the City of Light, which is this big city far away that is run by an antagonist called Dr. Maybe, who is voiced by Sam Neill, who is amazing. And they come and kidnap her dad. And then it's a story of Aki traveling to that city to go and save him and kind of discovering herself along the way. There's some like twists in there and some, dark turns, but it was a really fun project, I think, because as stories go, it's celebrating what makes you unique. What makes you different is something that you shouldn't have to change for anyone. And something that was a really big thing that we did on the film is like every single character on screen had something that wasn't perfect. Like we called it a wonk past, didn't we, Ricard? It's like everything in the computer tries to make everything so perfect. So we went through and tried to make everything look a little bit like broken or awkward or just not quite even, which was really fun to try and put visually the theme onto every character, I think. But yeah, that's kind of
that is a really fun thing to be able to look out for. Like now when everybody watches it, they can like look out for like all the little weird things, because I know that some of the scene, it's got a city in it, but seeing the trailer as well, some of those scenes have lots of characters in them, so that'll be fun.
Our poor animators.
It's definitely a challenge. So it's like unfortunately we don't have the budget that Disney and Pixar have. Like we have like a very tiny amount of what they have, but still like we have to be able to produce something that audiences will love and go to the cinemas and like not even be able to tell like the budget differences. So one of the biggest challenges was to create such a breathing huge world with very little. So we use the classic tricks of the trade, and we have the same character and he's got 6 different colors, and but when you put them together then nobody really notices. So with a couple changes here and there, it's like imagine it's live action and you're just getting one actor and then you're taking his glasses off and putting a fake mustache, and that's pretty much what we do in 3D. So yeah, it's like all these kind of little tricks that we've kind of been very used to doing just to really bring up the scope of the film.
Yeah, you do one massive shot of all the city and then lots of little tiny shots with lots of people just crammed in, and then it seems like there's more people. That's the secret.
It's a full city.
The producers like that, don't they, Ryan?
That's wonderful. Yeah. Putting 10 people in a tiny elevator.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys played the games or like the interactive novel or the VR experience?
Oh, we had the game.
Yeah.
I was talking to Nathan about this actually. So because it was all a Flash game. Like it's not like something that's that accessible now. You can still get it on some emulators, he said, but also Steam is where I think we got it. I think we downloaded it as a PC version. But I think what we did a lot for the thing is we did go through and have a look at like any little movements we could take. So I think the way she jumped in the game, we took that for a little bit in scenes where Aki did like big leaps, and like background characters, there's lots of little funny quirky little things they do in there. So we tried to take as much from all the different franchises of Scarygirl as we could, because I remember there was a day, Ricard, where we had to like pick all of our background characters from all the toy line, which was quite fun.
Yeah, that was a challenge because they're all so awesome. They're all so unique and quirky, and we had to like nail it down to just 8 out of like, I don't know, a cast of 100. So yeah, that was fun. That was a fun game.
All right, so because we only have an hour-long show, we'll have to sort of wrap this up. But I would like from each of you your maybe like favorite thing to look out for in the film. You can have a moment to think about this because we can edit it out.
All right, you're going to take this.
I think we should put a lemon counter on the screen. I would say like there's all these hidden lemons that Nathan Jarovicius, the production designer of the film, has put into the film. They do have a law. There's a law about the lemons within the City of Light where Dr. Maybe rules. But maybe we can do shots every time we see a lemon. Who knows? That could be a really fun game.
This is a child-friendly movie.
Yeah, this is a child-friendly movie. There's a lot of lemons in this movie. I mean, just keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, there's like lemon skewers where they're just like licking them and not like scrunching up their faces, which is braver than me.
What are yours? Yeah.
Oh, and my favorite one is that there is a cameo in the movie from someone on this call, isn't there, Ricard?
Oh, yes, there is. I was lucky enough to voice one of the characters.
Oh,
he is. It's just one character. He only says one line. It's a crucial line for the whole film, I like to think. Maybe not, but a little bit. And he's got this wacky voice. And I was really happy to be able to just put a little something there in the screen.
That's exciting.
It's just to keep everyone looking out for it. It's a narwhal. It's a narwhal with a gold horn.
It's a character. He's not drunk. He's just very happy. He's just very happy.
Yes, I'll believe that.
Have you played the game, Rani? Have you had a chance?
I have not played the game. No, not yet. It is on my list, but my life's kind of hectic with the PhD.
Yeah, it does that.
So I haven't actually touched a video game in like 2-3 months now, and
You just talk about them.
Yeah, I feel like an imposter being on Zed Games.
I'm a gamer myself and haven't been able to play anything in I don't know how long. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
Ricard, did you want to give your?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one more.
Mine.
Yeah.
Every main character has a hat. Don't ask me why, but if you look closely, every main character has a hat. Here you go.
Aw, well, a big thank you to Ricard, Tania, and Ryan for joining me on that with that little interview.
Have a golf clap.
Have a golf clap. I would like to defend myself now. At the time, I had not played Scarygirl. I have since played Scarygirl. You can get it on Steam. I would recommend also having an Xbox controller with you when you play it because, one, all of the instructions are for an Xbox controller, and two, the keyboard controls are a bit wonky. But it is fun. Like, it's an old school platformer. It's nothing special, but it's not bad. I had a lot of fun. I am going to see Scarygirl when it comes out. It comes out on the 26th of October, which is next Thursday. And that's exciting. That's exciting for me. It
is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much more to say about the game, so we're just going to listen to...
So you're listening to Zed Games, is that it?
You're listening to Zed Games.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games.
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 Perfect. Thank you.
You're listening to Zed Games. I'm Rani. That's Caroline.
And I'm Paul.
That's Paul.
Formerly known as something else.
Yes, indeed.
Beep, beep.
Paul,
Yes.
you have something for us.
That's right. Money! No.
Yes, please.
No,
I would love some money.
I don't have any money.
Oh, man.
No, we're going to jump into a review now for a very special game called Decarnation.
I'm sorry, I forgot the review intro.
That's all right. I sung it to myself.
Beep, 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 beep. That was nothing like the review.
Yeah, I forget when it's just like, I'm going to do a review about another scary girl. It's very scary. Find out now. I'm going to do it. Very indie story based. No.
Review.
All right.
Anyway, Decarnation. This game is by Atelier QDB, and it's their first game, so don't be surprised that you don't know them as developers. First appearances. We've actually been talking about this game on the show for a few weeks because I've been playing the music for a while, and I thought maybe I should play it.
Maybe.
A
concept.
Wild, hey? Because it has this cool like, there's a lot of it's atmospheric music, but then there's a bunch of French pop music in it as well. I'm like, this is great. I love it. And when you look at it at first, you go, oh, this kind of looks like like an RPG Maker game. And it is.
Woohoo!
Except all of the art is original, and it is spectacular. It is... If you're aware of like the work of like Paul Robinson, sort of along that direction.
Yes.
So it's absolutely gorgeous stuff. Really nice environmental art, nicely animated characters. And then as things start getting weird in this game, and this game was going to get Cronenbergian weird, it can really go off the chains as you get into more surreal environments and stuff. But to start with, it starts with an interesting premise. It's quite unique as a game start. You play Gloria. You are based in Paris in 1990. You always have to do that so people don't have mobile phones. But there's actually, there is more reason for that thematically going on.
It's the best way to get through a plot hole.
You are a cabaret dancer. You're professional, like very, very well regarded. And the game actually starts with you nude modeling for a quite famous sculptor. And I'm going to spoil sort of the very first thing in the game that happens because
how dare you?
It makes it sort of like this is where the tone's going to explore thematically and everything. So you go with your partner to the unveiling of this statue. As I say, it's not a small deal. It's as a very famous artist, and you get to the museum or the gallery, and your name's not on the list, so you've got to pay to get in.
Wow, that's rude.
And the first thing that sort of gets you where this is going to be headed when you enter the room, it's empty and there's only there is one other person in there, and they are a strange man that is feeling up the statue of you.
I hate it.
And you leave abruptly and go on that. So this is a story about specifically this woman, her place in the world as a dancer professional, someone that is on stage in a world that is changing, because weirdly enough, it's also commentary on how live entertainment at that point started to die off in order for home entertainment. So stuff like that, but also an autonomy of your body, so many issues of that. And so it then becomes a little bit more extreme. And the game will start sort of exploring more of her inner psyche as events unfold in the game. What it does really well is it draws really good characters, really good art. It's mostly a visual novel, but it has a bunch of like mini games in it and a few puzzles and stuff. They're not taxing. The mini games on the whole, like you get a score, but it doesn't really matter. It kind of works out well. Like one of the main ones is the sort of a beat game for dancing, and kind of you failing and like maybe not landing everything perfect can just be thematically appropriate at times.
Okay.
So whilst it's not a challenge game, there is kind of one choice later on. Oh, and it's a goodie. It's one that I really enjoy.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Stop it.
I'm not spoiling. Just the instant it happens in the first 5 minutes.
I can
That's
see
the point.
the twinkle in your eye.
No. Look, hey, I think as long as we go like, hey, it's one of those classic horror games about a dancer moving on to the home entertainment industry.
All right.
With some real Cronenbergian issues. And so it'll probably be about 6 to 8 hours for most people, depending on how much they're mucking around. But yeah, really nice writing, really interesting thematically, right up my alley. My focus was sort of feminist film theory when I went through university, so touches on a lot. Yeah, of course, yeah.
You would.
But also, this is from a French team, so you get some slightly different social commentary than you might expect. It is highly recommended if you want a slightly offbeat, kind of spooky, but not. It doesn't. If you're like, this is the sort of thing where you have a some trigger warnings at the beginning, but it's not like you don't need that many. You're kind of prepared with the themes I've already given you.
Yep.
It's not going to get explicit with any actions going on in it.
All right, Paul. What's the game? Where
the
can
game
you
is
find
called
it?
Decarnation. You can find it on the Nintendo Switch or on Steam.
Oh,
cool.
on Nintendo.
Yes, I played it on Steam
interesting
Deck.
combination. Hello.
Dumbledore!
You're listening to Z Games. I'm Rani, that's Caroline, and that's Paul. I'm pointing at them, but you cannot see this, and you shouldn't point because it's rude. I've had a fun show.
Thanks for the manners lesson on that one. Pointing is very useful.
Mum.
Pointing can be very useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's sing our pointing song.
Oh my God,
if you're going to have to point, make sure it's polite. I'm making this up, so let's wrap up tonight. Oh.
I thought there was an actual kid song or
I
something.
was like fully prepared for you to pull out some of the dad knowledge that you've got.
Well, that's all. I only make up songs. That's doing existing songs. That's original about that. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
What's the difference between rude pointing and polite pointing?
I think when it's not at somebody. Yeah. So I think if you if I would point to the poster, then that would be fine.
Yeah.
Well, actually, polite pointing is the point and click games that you're going to be playing this weekend.
Oh yeah. Boop 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 boop. I can't use that now. Boop boop boop. That doesn't go with that item.
Yeah. We're going old school point and click adventures. This is literally my jam. This is what I grew up on.
No, shush.
You gotta rub every item on another item to see if they'll do something.
My friend just had their second child, and it is named after a Sierra adventure game protagonist, and their first child was named after a Sierra adventure game protagonist.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. In the interview for Scarygirl, I was like, I haven't touched a video game in months, and now I've played Scarygirl. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, and also I'm scared to go back to my Animal Crossing island.
Oh, yeah.
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 Because
your villagers are starving.
They've all gone mad.
Especially because
they've eaten each
when
other.
I got my new Switch, my island didn't come with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a brand new island.
Yeah.
So my villagers don't even have homes, and I've just abandoned them.
Oh, no!
I think can you do like you can do like an actual request, but you got to go through like Nintendo support to get it shifted or something.
I could not be bothered. That is.
Who wants to deal with Nintendo?
I also think that it's been like
it.
way too long now, so that's just not worth it.
But I'll be dealing with Nintendo midnight tonight when Mario Wonder comes out.
Oh yeah, you will.
Yeah. I played it a couple of weeks ago. It's terrific. I mean, it's not a shock to anyone. It's really good. It's one of the best 2D Marios by far. Also played the new Sonic. Terrible.
Oh.
Absolutely terrible. Shockingly bad.
First.
And remember, I liked Frontiers. And Mania is great, but this is it's based on co-op.
Yeah.
Yet it'll randomly follow one of the characters as they leave the screen. It's not split screen.
What?
Sonic 2 was split screen.
I hate that. Split screen is such a thing. Like, it's so easily done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't make games from that side.
It's not easily done, but it's easily done if you plan for it from the start, which you probably would if you said you're going to make a co-op game.
But then so many of the those sorts of games that have been co-op have not been split screen. Like, I'm thinking about like how games like Child of Light are co-op, but they're not split screen. Yeah, like they are, but like I don't know. Was Lego Star Wars split screen?
I think some of them are. Yeah, they're doing like a nice cut that just moves around and everything. Like,
when you like move too far away, then it'll go to split screen. Man, clearly I don't have enough friends. I don't play co-op enough.
Oh, I don't play co-op at all. I just watch other people play it online.
I don't do that either because I think that it just makes me sad. I'm just like, I have no friends and they can't play video games with me.
I'll play video games with you.
I'll play video games with you too.
What game do you want to play?
When I have time. I don't know. What game do you want to play? Oh, wait, what if I get Baldur's Gate?
Yes, and we get to play Yes!
Nothing like breaking the drought with an 80+ hour-long game.
Yeah, perfect. I do have Tiny Tina.
I don't have that one.
Dang it! Oh, well.
I'm not terribly fond of the Borderland games.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, we
High
should
five,
say...
Caroline!
Yay!
We should say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye. Say bye. Yeah, we got to say bye.
Yeah.
Good night.
See ya.
Farewell.
Avita saying
Thanks
goodbye.
for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, check out our podcast on Spotify.
Or follow us on social media at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.